Hello, this is David Wales, and I believe I have finished at least most of sprint number 7. I did do my documentation, so I have it on, just did the oxygen stuff, and you can go through and look at all of the functions, and you can go to scene, and it'll show the huge class diagram, the massive one, and then modules. This is the little learning area. You can go to game objects. You have just a list pretty much of the events and a short description of what they do. Input events. It just gives a short little example of how to do an input. Registering for like key A being pressed or space being released or whatever. Alarm events, another short example. I also have little descriptions on the top for each of these. But the main thing is just kind of the little demonstration here. So I have that for the collision and the termination as well. And then I have one describing how to set up your own scene. And then just one describing that they have these are as tie-ins to the main game loop. Now the code itself, it was pretty straightforward. The factory was like exactly what we did in game 372, so nothing really fancy there. The terminable, I just, they register a dumpster first. That's just for the future once I show everything. And then I made an asteroid and bullets, and that's what the factory's for. It's a bullet factory. So I'll just show you. So right now I have like a pseudo level kind of set up. It's my level number 2, so it'll open up to like one that's not actually a demo. I'm gonna change that obviously for the final. But when I hit 2, it goes to this, and then little asteroids will fall down from the screen randomly. I just have them set on a timer. I just have a manager derived straight from Alarmable, and then just creates a new asteroid every 0.5 seconds, I think it was. So the one thing that I was not able to do was I was having issues with the bounding boxes, or bounding spheres, because that's what these are, and their center is 0, 0, 0 initially, like just the models. So I was having issues calculating the distance between the asteroids and the ship. But I was able to kind of get it by just adding like a very small increment, like negative or 1 to the 1 times 10 to the negative 6 is what I added. So it was very small increments, so that kind of fixed it, but not as much as I had hoped. So the biggest issue with that is that my bullets don't work at all for the asteroids. But my factory is working. You see the bullet has been destroyed. There are now 1 bullet in the factory. There are 2 bullets in the factory after the second one was destroyed. So I fire 1. There are 1 bullet active. There are 1 bullet in the factory. And bullet has been destroyed. There are 2 in the factory. And I can only fire 2 at a time because that's what I set the limit to. So I'll escape, and just to show you the bullets, there's only 1 destructor, and then 2 destructor, and that's it. So only 2 are being created, even though I fired like 6 times. And that's where it ties back to the terminable, where if I had created more than 1, it would have registered for dumpster and would have deleted 6 times if I had fired 6 times. So my factory is working. So I finished most of the sprint, but I'll fix the rest for next week. So have a good one.